from the United Center. It's high school hockey, the state championship, as the new Trier Trevians take on the Loyola Ramblers. How do you do, everybody? This is Mark Braun. As we have mentioned, we're back again for the hockey. The state organization has agreed to cooperate with us. And I think we are probably going to resolve the problem that we had this year with the Metro North, and we should be back next year to do hockey. So anyway, glad to have you with us as the new Trier Trevians and the Loyola Ramblers taking the ice for their warm-up. Loyola's been a team that's been kind of up and down this year. They have played an excellent game earlier in the season against the new Trier Trevians. The Trevians with a record of just 2 losses, and both of those coming in exhibition games against the team in Detroit. Beyond that, the new Trier Trevians have had a pretty good record. 59 wins. They have had a couple of ties, as we mentioned, one to the Loyola Ramblers. So, set to get underway with the game. Trevians won the draw, Vitt into the zone, takes the long shot, shot it wide. Over here to the near side, pops free out to the point, held in the zone. Vitt takes the shot, the save, and held on with both Wilson and Vitt. No, I take that back. In any case, 2 players standing by. Now the draw out to the point, the big cranker, and that boomed wide. Over here to the near side. Now it pops free back to the point. New Trier, very solid, like to keep the puck in the zone. Work it around. And they're a pretty good passing team. McCourt broke up the play along the near side boards. Now picked up again, and it trickles back to the boards. Wilson centered it and got hit for his troubles pretty hard. Cleared out to center ice. Over to the far side. The man chase on. The Trevians found it first, and Samuelson helps it back into the zone. Taken there by Jamie Dillon. Dillon off the boards, out to center ice. On the pass intended on the near side for Stevens. Now it is picked up by Nelson. Out to center ice, and Talbot had it briefly. Stevens put it back into the zone. Heitman backhands it to the far side, directed ahead. Trevians on the breakout. The pass under lead, and that may be icing. It is icing against New Trier. Glad to have you for yet another year. The Blackhawk Cup Championship. Wow, to the near side. Heitman. John Heitman feeds it ahead and overfed it. And once more, it's icing.
Fans, pick up your raffle tickets now for a chance to win.
And glad to have you wherever you are. The draw goes back behind the goal line. Now sent over to the far side. Picked up. The centering attempt didn't quite work. Andre Janis with that centering attempt. Heitman dumps it diagonally in. Dumped right back out by C.J. Pirelli. Right back in. Deep into the zone. Heitman. Far side. Picked up by Pirelli. He didn't get it out of the zone. Long shot. The save. To the near side. Now Talbot tried to get the shot. Couldn't do it. Monahan swiped at it. Near side, Heitman. Up ahead into the zone by Lake. Now on the near side. Bad rush into the zone. Centering attempt, no. To the high slot, knocked free. Lake and Crude tried to go for it. Picked up by the Ramblers instead. Rhodey up ahead. The shot by Dillon in the save as the Ramblers complete a line change. Now picked up by Marte. Cleared it into the zone. Back behind the goal line. Again over here to the near side. Right through the slot. And the Ramblers control. Spread it out. Whoops. Put himself offside. Connor McCarthy. Himself offside. McCarthy dumps it into the zone, back behind the goal line. Near side, Heitman. Up ahead, Swenson. Miller. And he flips it into the zone. Wrapped around to the near side. Heavy check by Swenson. Whistle, and we have an injury. .10:19 to play here in the period. Just underway with the first period of the Blackhawk Cup. They draw on the near side. Flipped ahead, Samuelson over to the far side. Right through the slot. To the near side, up ahead. And that was broken up on the centering pass. Put into the zone offside against Loyola. Now the draw. Flipped into the zone. Sent to the far side, up ahead. And Monahan put it over to the near side. Now flipped in again, once more. Taken on the far side by the Trevian. Heavy check by Tyler Crowley. Tyler likes to mix it up a little bit. Off the leg, put into the zone though by the Trevians to the far side. Pass up ahead by Eric Zach. Now a shot and a save as the puck stayed in. Monahan. We got to reintroduce ourselves a little bit to these players since we haven't been doing hockey for 2 months. Out to the point, held in the zone. Cleared out to center ice, taken by Burke. Off the boards. Now Monahan had it briefly over to the far side. McLean. He cleared it ahead. The shot deflected, and then the save by Mario Moreno. Near side. Marte. Cleared out to the point, held in by Burke. Burke, dipsy doodles to the side, right up the middle. Shot, save, rebound. No for Lake, and then the net dislodged. Nice little flurry of action here by the Trevians. Miller centers it. Stop with the stick. Both of them going for the puck. Marte. It wasn't Miller, it was Marte who initially made that shot. And then there you see the puck sliding by with two. There was somebody with a flash bulb was what that little blink there was. And there you see Marte and crew being pushed out. Good job by the Ramblers picking up the man. And then a little extra push on the end by McLean. I believe that is. Yeah, it is. Mike McLean on Lake. And some glaring. As the net is dislodged. But over here to the near side. Out to the point. Lake. Dipsy Doodle tried to get the shot. Couldn't do so. Knocked away at the last minute. Back behind the goal. And Dillon lost the handle on it. Now up ahead. Poked away. Nice job by Travis Tingey. Far side. Nice job of poke checking there. Near side. Down goes Tingey. Puck cleared. Back to the blue line. Now the pass up ahead. Broken up. Dillon. He got bumped by Hans Williams. And they push it along. Now Miller touches it. Picked up and cleared ahead. Swenson tried to get the shot away. Into the slot, knocked away by Dillon, and they strong-arm each other to the corner. Out to the point, cleared out the center ice, and the Trevians bring it right back. Swenson with the shot, the save. Miller, back behind the goal line, takes a funny bounce, out to the high slot, backhanded out to center ice. A bad chase on, Heimlich gets there first. Heimlich. Now they strong arm it to the far side. Picked up and cleared out to center ice. Miller. Now Tingey. Feeds it ahead. Swenson. Or Vitt, rather. Vitt into the zone. Vitt got spun around. Lost the handle. Wilson centers it. Knocked away by McCarthy. It's kind of tough on the. We got a penalty for tripping coming up. The penalty for tripping to Nick Samuelson. Nick Samuelson, a minor for tripping at 6:25 of the period. And Kevin Cooper is not here. He gets a game suspension. I don't know what for, but he did get a game suspension, so he is not on the ice, and that's a very important player for the Ramblers. There's a shot pulled out of the air, grabbed and held on by Moreno on the shot from the wing. John Morozic is the referee tonight. Linesman Don Langmond and Rich Albano. Now Johnson flipped into the zone, Roddy, and it's offside against the Ramblers. As the line change made again by the Loyola Ramblers. The draw picked up and cleared into the zone by Johnny Heitman. Trevians are penalty killing. Now over to the far side. Brad Lau to the near side. Now you know why the IHSA says no flashbulb photography in their sports events. You're seeing a little bit of that. You can imagine how that affects the players, and it does. Flipped into the zone. Again by John Heitman. The Ramblers setting the play. Now taken by Berg. Held in by Pirelli. Trevians out to the high slot. Roddy tried to get the shot away. Rhodey couldn't get it away, and now Rhodey flips it back in. That's offsides. They will call it deliberate, move it down to the other end. That's the Loyola contingent over there on the far side. Next week, our baseball season begins. Catch all the action right here on the network. Weather permitting, of course. Out to the point, held in the zone. Wilson and Roby, they battle for it, picked up by the Trevians. Now cleared out to center ice. Tingy to the near side. Vitt. Give and go on. They shot, they saved, a rebound, picked up, shot, and goal by Andrew Vitt. Andrew Vitt with the goal. And it is 1-0 New Trier. Picked up by Vitt again. He puts it into the zone. To the near side. Cleared back out to the point. Shot saved. Grabbed and held on. 3:56 left to play. Time of the goal, 4:14. Back behind the goal line, wrapped around to the far side. Now kicked out to center ice, and we lose the puck into the crowd. Nick Swenson, Samuelson, no, it was Swenson. Matt Swenson. Got my tongue all a little. Mouth works faster than the mind. Over on the far side boards. They battle along there. Puck pops into the skates. Now pops free. Centered. And knocked away by Ziefeld. Near side. Drop pass by Johnson. And Heitman broke it up. Gian Greco flips it into the zone. And Ziefeld now back behind the goal line. Eric Zach. Now cleared out high. Trevians keep it in the zone. That was Marte that did that. Near side. Cleared back out to the point. The big blaster, that ran into traffic. Cleared back out. Near side, Johnny Heitman. He flips it into the zone. Now Zach to the near side. Cleared out high and out to center ice. Miller to the far side. Now again flipped into the zone. Put over here to the near side. Now centered into the slot. Burke. Zach clears. Lau out to center ice. Now picked up again by the Trevians. They spread it out. Tyler Crowley centered it. That was broken up on a deflection attempt. Ran into a skate. Janis crossed the red line. Put it back into the zone. Renna left it there. Burke up to Talbot. Talbot up to Monahan. Monahan into the zone. And then had his pocket picked by Kevin Marks. On the far side, Dillon. Wrapped it around again along the boards here on the near side. And it pops free. Tyler Crowley puts it to Monahan. Back to the point. Right through the slot. Now out come the Ramblers on the chase. 1 minute to play here in the first period. Centered. Now out ahead. Back over here to the near side. They bump it along a little bit. Into the zone. The big cranker. That boomed wide. Dillon held it in the zone. Marks picks it up. Or Johnson rather picks it up. Looking for some help. Nobody posted up within passing range. Loud with a heavy check down in the corner. Third out ahead. Now up ahead. Here's the mad chase on. There's a penalty hooking coming up on Kenny Nelson. Nelson will have a seat in the sin bin. Pick up some splinters. He will probably be there for next period as well.
The Loyola penalty says the number 3, Kenny Nelson, a minor penalty for hooking at 13:57 of the first period.
Now the face-off as the horn sounds ending the period. So at the end of the first period of play here at the United Center in the Blackhawk Cup Championship, it's 1-0 New Trier, and we'll be back with more hockey action right after these messages. Glad to have you back. Hello, everybody. We're here at the United Center. New Trier leading 1-0. They have the man advantage. We've switched ends, ready to go. And the draw controlled by the Ramblers. They clear it back to the blue line. Didn't get it down the ice. Now picked up by Wilson. Right up the slot. Shot off the post, a bell ringer. And over to the far corner. Picked up and cleared by the Ramblers. Taken behind the net. Lau put it to the far side. Wilson. Cleared out high. Lau. A long shot. The save. Grabbed and held on. As it rolled towards the goal. Nick Seefeld thought it prudent to hold on. Heitman gave it back to Lau. To this side. Shot. And a goal! Metro North's leading scorer, Nick Talbot, puts it home. And it is 2-0 on the power play goal. Nick Talbot. Bit with the first one, Talbot with the second. The draw has everybody back to being copacetic, back behind the goal line. Now loosey-goosey to the side, Tingy tried to get it out to the point, and out beyond the point it goes. Ramblers control, now taken away. Here comes Burke. Took the shot, ran into traffic, open net, still playing around with it, pops free. Try again to sweep a shot home. Nothing doing. Cleared out the center ice. Out to the near side. Controlled at center ice by the Ramblers. They get it in the zone. They take the long shot. That went wide. And now the Trevians clear it ahead. Back to the red line. Roby has it. Back behind the goal line. Taken by Tingy. Tingy up ahead for Giangreco. He actually held it in the zone. Harrison got bumped hard, now taken on the near side boards. And a whistle for the icing. There's some of the new Trier contingent over here on the near side. Some of the students. There's a couple of little groups of new Trier students. They're on spring break. Taken by Heitman. The Ramblers, a more unified section over there on the far side. Now Dillon into the zone. He put it to the corner, up against the dasher boards. And the Trevians on the rotation, try to get it out of the zone. Rhodey broke it up briefly. And now strong arm to the blue line and into the zone of the Ramblers. On the near side, broken up on the pass, Hans Williams back out to the point. The shot deflected just wide, taken to the near side. They like throwing their weight around and impressing the fans. We want to thank Fox Sports Channel for allowing us to do this game. Shot a goal by Heimlich. As the ricochet went right up the slot, and Heimlich there all by himself. That Heimlich with the goal, and it is 3-0. And a timeout taken by the Ramblers to regroup. Next week on the network, weather permitting, baseball action. .11:06 to play. Heimlich goal, the assist going to Swenson and Williams. Berg into the zone. Berg spread it out, centered it, dribbles by. Zach put it to the far side. Cleared ahead and attempt to knock it down, didn't quite work. Back the other way. Big Krager. Shot a goal! McLean with the goal on the blast from the left point. And it is 3-1. Draw taken by Wilson, puts it deep into the zone. Frilly over here to the near side. Rampton ran out to the point, to the side, and now picked up and cleared by Zach. That is going to be icing. Went right through everybody, crossing the goal line for the icing call. Now the draw near side, Tingy. McCourt, far side. Now to the near side, cleared back out the center ice. Tingy in his own blue line. Now it's Vitt. Vitt up ahead for Wilson and held on by Ziefeld. Not going to give the Trevians any sort of opportunities if they can avoid it. New Trier, a very opportune hockey club. The draw won by Gene Greco. There's the shot. That whistles wide. Near side. And out to center ice. Trevians put it in offside. High in the rafters here at the United Center for yet another year. There's the big boomer. That went wide. Out to the far side. Drawing the weight around a little bit. Cleared out to center ice. Or seemingly offside on the Trevians. As Lake was in ahead of the play. Brody and Monahan. Now flipped back into the zone. Grilly to the near side. Well, congratulations to the Loyola girls hockey team. They won state, their first attempt. Their first year. Wow, far side. Shot a goal! Monahan on the open wing on the left side. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense on how they score goals. The officials see it. But they gave the assist on that one to Talbot and Crowley, and clearly it was Brad Lau who got that assist. Put to the far side, Johnson. He flips it into the zone, back behind the goal line. Put over to the far side. And we got a new goaltender. Veith now in the goal. Sam Veith. There's a long shot that turned out to be icing. There's Sam.
Matt Monahan. Assisted by number 10, Nick Talbot, and number 60.
That's what I said. I can't figure that one out. Brad Lau deserved that assist. Flipped over to the far side. Now, he's been denied 2 now. Maybe because he's a defenseman. Over here to the near side. Or maybe he doesn't talk enough. Maybe because he's a sophomore. Out to the point. Cleared out to center ice. I'm joking. Don't take me seriously here. Wilson. Cleared into the slot, grabbed and held on by Veith, and then a little extra bump on the end. Time of that goal is 9:07. Now far side, held in deep by Samuelson. Little give and go passing, little touch passing going on. Shot a goal! That's Wilson with it. And the Trevians up 5-1. Well in front. On the goal by Bobby Wilson. 5 goals, 5 different scores. Good job by the Trevians. Showing how deep this Trevian team really is this year. Heitman over to the far side. Held in the zone by the Ramblers. Heimlich put it over to the far side, picked up by Tingy. Or by Heitman, rather. Johnny Heitman. And offside, as Heitman fanned on the puck the first time he tried to get it into the zone.
Scored by number 56, Wilson from
Near side. Now Heimlich gave it over to Heitman. Heitman put it in the zone. Cleared back out. Now cleared back into the zone. And that's icing. So the Ramblers let loose icing call here. Get themselves an icing call, and it's Jamie Dillon back behind the goal line. Over here to the near corner. Marte tried to break it up. Now it is broken up. Back door, oh my, Lake was all open. Now here's Connor McCarthy. He gets into the zone. Sent over to the backboards on the dump and chase. Zach. Now McCarthy on the near side. Right in the slot. Shot. Save. Nice shot by on the left wing. The save by Moreno. To the far side. Intended for Marte. Marte goes down heavy. Along the boards. Back behind the goal line. To the near side. Took a run, and now it is Lau. Brad Lau sent it to the far side, cleared back out the center ice. Gian Greco put it back to the defense, up ahead, into the zone. Talbot, now there's a shot, the save. Back behind the goal line. Now picked up and cleared to center ice by Harrison. Monahan gets it out of the zone. Doesn't matter, it was offside against Loyola.
Continues this evening at Blackhawk City. Today's one-of-five items are the Blackhawks.
We're here at the United Center for the Blackhawk Cup. Now the pass ahead. Bounces around a little bit into the slot. Put to the far side. McLean. He has the lone goal today for the Ramblers. Washed off the icing. Heimlich. He gets bumped by Stevens. Rhodey. Wrapped it to the far corner. Picked up there and cleared out to center ice. Jamie Dillon. All-stater for the Ramblers. Now Rhodey. And he gets hit heavily by Heimlich, but it doesn't matter, it was offside anyway. Now the draw. Lau, far side, up ahead, and flicked into the zone by the Trevians. Centered right up front, and it ended up nearly going in off the stick of McCourt. Just a little outside. Over to the far side. Out to the point. Heitman with the shot. Now centering pass. Swept away. Now picked up by McCarthy. McCarthy up ahead. Put to the near side. Into the zone. Cleared right back out. Now picked up by Wilson. Centered to the far side. Cleared out ahead. McCarthy, the big blaster, that goes high and wide. The long shot from the point and the save. Now they battle for it there. Miller. Wilson fed it to the far side. Vitt with the shot. That goes wide. Down Vitt goes. By Dillon, nothing called. And trying for the shot again. Nothing doing. That one went wide. Cleared out ahead. Out to center ice and all the way back down. That's icing against the Loyola Ramblers. So we'll have another face-off. Tingey near side. Miller. Williams, now Miller. Hans Williams over backhander, grabbed an L9 and a little scrum on the end. Talk, 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 happy talk. About you like to 3:28 to play here in the period. A face-off. Nelson to the far side. New Trier trying to do something no other team has done. Win the state championship 4 years in a row. Over to the far side, held in the zone by Marte. They've got a commanding 5-1 lead, trying to do it. Along the near side boards, out to the point. Now picked up by Burke. Burke over to the far side, shot saved, and held on by B. Nice attempt at a give and go. Mark Greco getting the shot away. Now right in front, little backhand save, rebound. No goal. Kicked in. Now flip back into the zone. Dillon to the far side. The rules very specific on the subject. Got to be the action of the stick, not any part of the body. Shot a goal! Like that. Jeff Lake. Steve Lake, his brother. Steve Lake, 6-1 favoring the Trevians. And while we have this opportunity, let's pause briefly for station identification, and we will be right back here on the network. You are watching hockey action from the United Center on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. AT&T now taken to the far side. Whoops. Try again. Up ahead. Turns out to be a long shot on goal, and Beath will hold on. And another face-off. This one inside the Rambler end. Not quite ready. A little jockeying for position on the near side. Now taken by Heimlich. Cleared out to center ice. Stevens with the long shot. The save by Moreno. Wrapped around to the near side. Up high. Cleared out to center ice. Give and go. Monahan had it knocked away from him by McCourt. Out to center ice. Boom. And we got a penalty for roughing, I do believe. Yes. On John Heitman. With the puck to the near side and cleared. Beat holds on with Samuelson coming in. Back behind the goal line. Pirelli. All right, take that back. That's not Pirelli. Over here to the near side. Stolen away by Wilson. 2-on-1 break. Underled the pass for Samuelson. Rhodey across the red line. Put it into the zone. Moreno left it there. Near side. Out to center ice. Pirelli. C.J. Pirelli. With the puck. Flipped ahead, back into the zone. Turned out to dribble right by. Moreno helped it along.
There is
Burke, near side, cleared out to center ice. We're down to a minute to play in the period. Dillon. Off the linesman into the zone. And right back out. Pirelli at his own blue line. Overled the pass. And the Trevians clear it back again into the Rambler end. Ramblers with the man advantage. Dillon. Sent to the far side, offside. As Johnson put himself offside. Kind of tough when your leading scorer is sitting on the bench. The Loyola bench. Vid into the zone. And ridden off the puck. McCarthy crosses the red line, puts it into the zone. Tingy got past him, right in front, shot a goal! Connor McCarthy. So the Trevians have given up the most goals that they have given up in the last 4 years in a game here at 2. John Heitman's brother CJ holds the record for the most shutout minutes in state history at 83, or 84 to make it. And they whistle and the horn ending the period. At the end of the second period of play, the score is 6-2. That goal by McCarthy in 5 seconds. We'll be back with more action. 5 seconds left to play in the period. We'll be back with more action here from the United Center in just a few moments. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Back to the United Center. Glad to have you with us as we continue on with the Blackhawk Cup. The new Trier Trevians taking on the Loyola Ramblers, and it's been all Trevians. 6-1 the score as we go to the third period of tonight's game. Once again, we want to thank the Chicago Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks Charity, and Fox Sports Channel for allowing us to come on down, be a part of the game, to broadcast the game for yet another year. This, of course, being our 28th year in high school sports and the 15th year, 14th year, make it, that we've been down here, been at the state championship games to broadcast the championships. And the face-off on the near side. Now Vitt puts it into the zone. They battle along the boards there. The long big blast, that went wide over to the far side. And they push it along. Burke and Samuelson and Frozen there with the help of Will Oppenheim. Back out to the point. The shot flicks over here to the near side. Cleared back out to center ice. Now taken to the far side. The Ramblers flip to the blue line and then into the zone by Pete Johnson. To the far side and now into the slot. Cleared out to center ice. Dillon puts it to the near side. Nelson shovels it into the Trevians' end. Then broken up, but the Trevians in turn took it back. Williams puts it into the Ramblers' end. Jamie Dillon out ahead. Dillon across the red line into the Trevians' end, around the corner, takes the backhand shot and the save, and the puck directed over to the far boards. Now in the corner, McCarthy wraps it around to the near side. Out to the side on the breakout, to the high slot, and right into Heimlich, and flip back to center ice. Ramblers regroup on the near side. Didn't get it in the zone. Now John Heitman. Heitman crossed the red line, flipped it in. John's brother holds the record. 84 minutes, I believe it is, without allowing a goal during the state championships. Back on that far side. Now cleared back out the center ice. The Trevians have given up 2 goals tonight. Now Gin Greco with Lake. Now back behind the goal line, sent over to the far side. Harrison trying to freeze it with Zach, and knocked away by Janis. Now Perilli, he couldn't come up with it. Trevians do out to the point. The big blaster ran into the sticky wickets and shot high and wide and well up into the crowd. Now it's taken by Dillon to the far side and brought out to center ice. Rhodey tried to turn the corner and couldn't do it. Along the boards. And as it came towards the goal, grabbed and held on by the new goalie, Mike Locke, in goal right now for the Trevians. Near side. Now centered. To the backside. Through the slot. Over here to the near side. Out to the high slot. Ranging in. Shot, a goal! Jack Burke makes it 7-2. So the goal by Jack Burke with the assist going to Heitman and Vint. And Vint has 3 assists on the day. And all 7 goals that the Trevians have scored today have been by different players. Vint, Talbot, Heimlich, Monahan, Wilson, Steve Lake, and now Jack Burke. Flipped into the zone. Perilli, he got bumped. Now taken to the near side. Ricocheting out to center ice. Back the other way, Harrison. Shot is wide. Time of the goal, 10:28 of the third period. To the near side. Now back over to the far side, it is Burke. Burke feeds it ahead. And out at center ice, the Ramblers. The Trevians now going to probably rest on their laurels a little bit and just keep it out of harm's way. Giangreco franks a shot, the save. On the quick snapshot by Mark Giangreco. Near side, Marte, picked up by Rhodey. Rhodey takes it from the far side, got spun around, and the shot by Giangreco on the save, and then just a little glaring. Looked a lot worse than it really was. Ramblers making a line change, and we'll be all set for the face-off. 9:06 to play here in the period, 7-2 the score. Glad to have you, wherever you may be. Hope you enjoy this game. Next week, our baseball season, opening day. Our first baseball game, the home opener for the Trevians. That'll be our first New Trier game. The home opener against Carmel High School of Mundelein. And our first game as a whole will be the Highland Park Giants versus Grant game. Doubleheader scheduled for next week. Of course, with baseball, it's always weather permitting. That's icing against the Trevians. At this point in our network history, oh, nice shot right from the slot. Now trickles into the Ramblers end. Centering attempt knocked away. Whoops. Over to the far side. Now the Ramblers. They pass ahead. That was broken up. Tingy into the zone. He's bothered by Perilli. And again, the net dislodged, sliding by on the backside. On the near side, now Johnson. Taken by Burke. Johnson now knocked away by Heitman. Now Heitman has it in the corner, and they shimmy it along a little bit over to the far side. And the Ramblers send it around to the near. Talbot overlaid his pass, and that's going to be icing again. No, didn't get there. Ramblers near side, Talbot centered it. Monahan couldn't get the shot. Cleared out to the point. And Tyler Crowley held it in the zone briefly over to the far side. Now back over here to the near, picked up by John Heitman. Heitman ranges in, centers it, and got hit heavily, much to the delight of the Ramblers fans. And Tyler Crowley returns the favor, going to get a penalty for roughing off of that one. There's the whistle.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce tonight's silent auction winners. And the first winner is the Airman.
And the penalty.
The Blackhawks and Blue 13 autograph jersey. The Blackhawk Trevians.
Somehow I can't see that holding. That should have been a rough. We're calling that as a hold at 6:51 of the period. Now, Lau, he clears it. Those of you watching on our regular network, you'll only be seeing the game. Those of you watching on a special network will see the award ceremony after the game. So stick around. Over to the far side now, Wilson, picked up by Stevens. He flips it into the zone to the near side and cleared all the way down. Nelson. Johnson. And Nelson puts it into the zone. Over here to the near side. Out to the point. Held in by the Ramblers. Lau and Johnson entangled. Picked up and cleared out high. Nelson kept it in the zone. Now on the near side, and the Trevians will clear it as they are penalty killing. To the far side, and Perilli. And overled the pass. Picked up by the Trevians, and play will catch between the blue lines before Nelson backhands it into the zone. To the near side, and cleared. Perilli. And he flips it in diagonally to the far corner. Now picked up by Marte. Ramblers ranged in, got the shot away. Near side, Rhodey. Back behind the goal, looking for some help. Tried to backhand it. Another shot, save. And good thing that the ref was on the far side from the Trevians' perspective, because that puck was free. The ref lost sight of it, though, and he blew the whistle for the stoppage of play. Now the draw taken by the Trevians. Stevens, John Stevens, tried to wrap it around the backside, and instead it cleared out to center ice by the Trevians. Eric Zach retreats in his own zone. Steve Lake, the forechecker, near side. Cleared out to the point. Lake holds it in. There's a shot that boom wide. Backhander. And just a little too deep. Wilson going for a second goal. Gian Greco shot it wide. That was Gian Greco going for the goal. Cleared out the center ice. Back into the Trevians' end. To the near side. Flipped in back Again, behind the goal line. Out ahead. Rubbed out on the play. Picked up by the Ramblers. Stolen away. And Marte through the crease with the puck. Cleared out ahead. Little underlet on the pass. And it dribbles into the Trevians end. Miller. And broken up. There's a shot just wide. Nice job by Kevin Marks. Now Marks again with the shot and now blocked. Rancid holds on. Now on the end. A little something for the fans. And now Domont comes in. Zach Domont now in goal. All three of the Trevian goalies are seniors. So they will finish off their career playing here in the United Center. Face-off, near side. On the boards. Out to the high slot. There's the cranker, the save by Zach Domont. Tested right away. Over to the far side, cleared over here to the near side. Here's Swenson, 2-on-1 break, and it broke down. And we have a penalty coming up for tripping at 2:42 in the period. The penalty on Ed Laram. Laram, a minor for tripping at 2:42 in the period. Monahan and Tom Harrison back behind the goal line. Now over to the far side. And out to the point. Back to this side. Crowley over here to the near side. Berg. Not a good time to get a penalty. And sat down and hatched on by Veith. He is the proud father of a baby bouncing puck. As he hatches it, and again clamped down to the ice by Veith, and we'll do it over again. Burke, Talbot, looking for the backdoor play, well covered. Back behind the goal line, ramped again over here to the near side. The Ramblers have it, and they will clear to center ice. Burke. Now the Trevians getting it in the zone, broken up, and McCarthy again clears it to center ice. Back to the Trevian blue line. Now Johnny Heitman. Sent it through the crease. Whoa, just dribbled by. Intended for Monahan. Now Heitman tried a backdoor. Over here to the near side. Getting a little ragged towards the end of the game here. And the Ramblers clear. Delmont shovels it up ahead for Burke. Burke into the zone. Put it to the near side. Monahan to the high slot. Back over to Monahan on the give and go. Back behind the goal line. Over here to the near side. Monahan centered. Back out high. Near side. Burke with the big blaster. That ran into traffic. They'll try again. There's 1 minute to play in the period. Over here to the near side. Back out top. Cleared out the center ice. Taken by Burke. To the far side. Back into the zone. Samuelson out to center ice. Vint Samuelson. Put it back to the blue line, back out to center ice. Stick around, those of you on the special network for the awards ceremony. Those of you watching on our regular network on AT&T broadband will only see the game. Baseball starts next week here on the network. Then over to the far side. Now dribbled into the zone, really. And he'll wrap it around to the near side, and that'll do it. Dingy taking it back. And the horn ends the game. And a little pushing and shoving on the end of things here. Stevens and Lau. And let the celebrations begin. The new Trier Trevians have set a record 4 years in a row, the state champions. So that will do it for us for this week. Join us next week for baseball action. Congratulations to the new Trier Trevians, four-time defending state champions, winning this one 7-2. For all of us here at the network, hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. And we